following has been developed by state and provincial agencies in association with the Agency for Instructional Technology. Together, serving education.
Can you do an addition problem in your head? Well, Marvin can, and he's got some special techniques for you.
Hurry up, get on with it. Who is this Marvin?
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. I am Marvin, the foremost mental magician.
Give me a break, Marvin.
Using the ancient method known only as the left-right method, I am able to beat scribbling pencils and speeding calculators and adding two-digit numbers.
46 plus 32.
As you can see, my hands are cuffed securely behind my back.
46 plus 32.
78.
Great. How'd you do that?
Beats me.
Hey, Marvin, how'd you do that?
My lips are sealed, but I can say it's the ancient left-right method.
Left means tens and right means ones.
Shh! How did you know that?
Show us.
Now wait a minute. You're fooling with the secrets of the ancients.
Just give me a sec. This is supposed to be a mental process. 46 plus 32 equals 78. Think of it as in 3 steps. Step 1, add the tens, the left column. Step 2, add the ones, the right column. Step 3, add the two totals together. 46 is 4 tens, or 40. 32 is 3 tens, or 30. 40 and 30, which is
70.
right. Step 2, add the ones. 6 plus 2 equals
8.
Now step 3, add the two totals together. 70 plus 8 equals
78. Hey, that's simple.
That's not fair.
Okay, let's have a test. Any challenges?
54 plus 25?
79. I won.
Hello, mental math fans, and welcome to the halftime show. I'm Brent Mathbuster, and we got some great highlights of the first half for you. Now, for those of you who are watching the Marvin Test Contest, you probably noticed that it's a classic left-right struggle. So let's get right to the highlights. We pick up the action just as Marvin has been thrown 46 plus 32.
46 plus 32.
78.
Sensational! Now, let's diagram that for you fans. 46 plus 32. Now, with the classic left-right method, what you do is you think about it in 3 steps. Step 1, add the left column, the tens, which gives you 70. Step 2, add the right column, the ones, which gives you 8. And finally, step 3, add the two sums together, which gives you the answer, 78. Now, let's watch Marvin answer that question once more.
78.
Notice how he said 78. Not 79 or around 78, but 78. You see, the idea behind this mental computation game is to come up with an exact number, not an estimate. Also, it took Marvin hours to get this good. It looks easy, but it takes practice.
Hello again. I will now talk about a different method. A method so ancient and so secret, I fear to say its name. The plus-minus method.
The what?
Shh. The plus-minus method. And please do not ask about it. I risk everything just by saying its name.
Marvin, calling it the plus-minus method doesn't exactly give it away.
Nevertheless, one can never be too sure. If you would please, pick 2 numbered ping pong balls from this hat. And as you can see, I'm now blindfolding myself. And I cannot see a thing.
28 plus 37.
65.
How'd he do it?
Well, how did I do that?
Well, let me see. The plus-minus method must be a sort of exchange. Okay. 28 plus 37 equals 65. If we add to one number, then we subtract from another. If we added 2 to 28, that would bring it to the nearest tenth, which would be 30. 30 and 37 equals 67. But then we must subtract the 2 that we added before. So 67 minus 2 equals 65. 65, that's it, the plus-minus method.
Try it again, this time using the Wheel of Fortune.
68 plus 33.
101.
You are fast. Let's go through the steps. 68 plus 33 equals 101. Now the first step is to add to one number to get it to the nearest 10.
Add 2 to 68.
Right. 68 plus 2 equals 70. Now, the second step is to add that sum to the other number.
70 plus 33 equals 103.
Right. Now, subtract what we added in the first step to get our final answer.
Well, we added 2, so we should subtract 2 from 103 to get 101.
Right.
Tess. You know, I'm not opposed to a partnership. We'd make a great team, you and I. Marvin and his assistant Tess. I'm even willing to consider equal billing. Marvin and Tess. Mental magicians.
Okay.
Okay.
Great stuff. Now, as I understand it, there are 3 steps to the plus-minus method, just like the left-right method. Now, here's the problem. 68 plus 33. Step 1. Add what you need to bring one number to the nearest 10. Step 2. Add the sum from step 1 to the second number, using the left-right method. Step 3. Subtract what was added in step 1 to get the final answer. Okay? Now, let's take a look at a girl who can add popcorn, soft drink, candy bar, and still give you the right change faster than anyone I've ever seen.
When I started, they had a double feature, and it was 1,300 people to show. And I just got thrown in there, and I'll never forget it. I can't understand how they could add these things so quickly, and I figured I'd probably leave there in a week. When a new girl starts, the major problem is usually her addition, because instead of grouping things in combinations, she'll try to add $1.25 and then 75 and then 50, and she doesn't know the combinations then, so that gets confusing.
Want butter in your popcorn?
Yes, please.
Well, we just had all the prices memorized, and then they changed. They make the 50-cent chocolate bar to 60 cents, so you have to readjust. You add 50 cents as if it was the old price, and then you add the 10 cents from the new price. It's $2.60.
Isn't that only $1.75?
No, you have $1.25 and 75 makes $2.60.
Oh, okay.
Wait for your change.
Long ago, people didn't have popcorn in movies, but they did have taxes. And taxes have always had a way of causing math problems.
Once long ago, in a very ancient land, there was a high priest of numbers who forced every husband and wife to pay him a tax. But the high priest was a cheat, and no matter how many gold pieces each couple brought him, he always said it didn't add up to 100. More. And no one could challenge him because he was the only one with the sacred stone tablets on which to carve the numbers. So he was the only one who could do the adding up. Give me more. As time went on, the people began to believe that the numbers themselves were sacred because they were carved in stone, and they never dared question the high priest until one day a stranger came into the land who didn't know that the numbers were supposed to be sacred. Immediately, she questioned the high priest's addition.
More! That doesn't add up to 100.
Yes, it does. In fact, it adds up to more than 100. 56 and 52 is 108.
How do you know? You haven't any sacred tablets to carve on.
I don't need any. I do the addition in my head by splitting up the numbers and playing around with them. I've lots of different methods. Two of my favorites are the left-right method and the plus-minus method. With the left-right method, I break up the numbers into tens on the left and ones on the right. Then I add the tens. 5 tens is 50, plus the other 5 tens, which is also 50. 50 plus 50 is 100. Then I add the ones. 6 plus 2 is 8. Then I add 100 to 8, and that makes 108. Now I'll take another pair of numbers to show you the plus-minus method. This is where I round up one of the numbers by adding whatever's necessary to get 48 up to 50. I just take a 2 from here and add it to 48. So now I have 50. Then I add 50 to 57, which makes 107. Then I subtract the 2 that I added in the first place, and my answer is 105. You don't need to write the numbers down to find out that the high priest has been cheating you all this time.
Remember, there's nothing sacred about numbers. They aren't carved in stone, or they don't need to be. So don't be afraid to split them up and play around with them.
Tess, it's better now, really. I've changed it. Take a look.
Where are they?
See, will that do? That's better. Okay, let's get our position.
Come on, hurry up.
Okay, go. I would like to introduce my assistant, Tess, or I should say, my partner, Tess. Tess and I studied the ancient arts. Oh, what the heck. We're both just pretty good at mental computation. Any questions?
Well, we know there's a left, right, and the plus-minus methods. Are there any more?
Sure, there's lots of different ones. You can even create your own. The thing is to work with the ones you feel most comfortable with.
What I don't understand is in the plus-minus method, do you have to add first and then subtract, or can you subtract and then add later? For example, 16 plus 42.
58.
Right. No, you can subtract first and add later. Let's try. 16 plus 42 equals 58. Now the first step would be to subtract from one number to get it to the nearest tenth.
Take 2 from 42. That equals 40.
Right. Then add the result to the other number.
40 plus 16 equals 56.
And step 3, add back what we took away in step 1.
56 plus 2. That equals 58. Hey, that's easier for me than doing it the other way around.
Sure, there are some methods that are easier for you in certain situations.
Thank you, Tess. Well, thank you all. Next time we'll get beyond this kid stuff and delve into the darkest secrets. The darkest secrets from ancient Egypt.
Next time, we'll show you mental computation for subtraction.
Hope you enjoyed Marvin. As he said, next time he'll be back with mental computation for subtraction. See you then.
MathWorks is a component of the Mathematics for the 80s project and is supported in part by Exxon Education Foundation. This program is produced by the FilmWorks under the supervision of the Agency for Instructional Technology.